Lions lose again. On Thanksgiving. Let's see. My buddy just texted it to me. That would make 6 straight Thanksgiving losses. This sucks. I'm trying to think of like a positive thing, but like Dan Campbell, what are you doing, dude? We ended the game with 2 timeouts. I mean, what are you doing? I have so many thoughts. Let's get them together. All right, let's get this together. First thought. Let's get all the negative thoughts out there first. That sucked. That's a winnable game. Dan Campbell blew it. You got to call it like it is. He blew it. He is not a good coach when it comes down to to timeouts. He has no idea how to run a clock. He blew that game single-handedly. Next negative thought. If I would make the case that if the Buffalo Bills hit that extra point, we're down 4, we win that game because we would actually go for the touchdown on that last drive instead of being sissies about it and going to play for a field goal and playing for a tie and going into overtime. We played for the tie. We played to go into overtime, and that's what you're going to get. You're going to get losses when you do that, especially against good, capable teams like that. Next bad thought. Jared Goff sucks. Next bad thought. This secondary needs to be exploded from the inside out except for Kirby Joseph and sometimes Jeff Okudah. Next bad thought. The defensive line looked absolutely gassed in the fourth quarter and could not put any pressure on anything. Next bad thought. Anzalone sometimes looks absolutely lost. Next bad thought. Jared Goff sucks. Next bad thought. Dan Campbell's an idiot, and he's just a motivator. Sometimes Dan Campbell's great. Sometimes Dan Campbell's the worst coach in the NFL. He proves it time and time again. Next bad thought. I don't think it's ever going to get better. I think this is as good as it's going to get, is losing close to a Super Bowl contending team. It's never going to get better than this. It's just not. This is just our future, and this is what we're going to have to deal with. Just being good but not great. If that's what we want, great. Fan-freaking-tastic. We're never going to win a Super Bowl. We're always just going to be just like this. It's never going to get better than this. This is peak Lions. This sucks. This just sucks. What are you going to do? All right, let's think of some positives. All right, we're in year 2 of this rebuild where Brad Holmes showed up into town and he had nothing. He just had smolder on the ground. And he has turned this team into something on Thanksgiving to be proud of at times. Houston looks great. Malcolm Rodriguez is great. Hutchinson was the right pick. There are pieces that are St. Brown obviously is a great pick. There are pieces to this team that can work. But I mean, Dan Campbell, what are you? This just sucks, dude. It'll just never get better, will it? It's just not going to get better. I got off the phone with my dad. I'm like, it's going to get better one day. It's clearly on the right track. No, it's not. No, it's just flat out not going to be better than this. It just can't. They just refuse to be good. I don't know how we do it, but we just refuse at every single turn. And we're just like, yeah, no, we're not going to be good. We're just going to suck. We're just going to sit here and suck. Don't worry about it. We just absolutely refuse to take the next step of being a playoff team. We just don't want to do it. We have one of the most explosive and best offenses, and the guy running it is Jared freaking Goff, who takes the most idiotic freaking safety I've ever seen next to Dan Orlovsky. That's the guy running our offense. And guess what? We're going to be so stupid about Goff because we can cut him at the end of the year. We're going to be like, well, you know, he had those moments. And we're going to extend, and then we're going to pay the next 2 years of just his ungodly huge contract. This is just not how it's supposed to go. It just doesn't feel like it's ever going to get better. Ever. It just sucks, dude. This just sucks. I genuinely, I just like, this just isn't going to get better. 6 straight losses on Thanksgiving Day. It's the one time we're on national television and we just embarrass ourselves with putting 2 timeouts in your back pocket and saying, yeah, no, I'll use those for overtime. That's not how it works, Dan. It's not how it works, Dan. And Goff, he has 2 drives. Goff, two drives to put him away. Goff has 2 chances to put the Buffalo Bills away. And they're pretty much handing you the game, Goff. And you just don't want to do it, do you? You just don't want to win the game, do you? Just sissy. Just absolute sissies. Then it's 3rd and 1. We're driving. We're looking good. Dan Campbell doesn't know that he has 3 timeouts, apparently. And it's 3rd and 1. And it's just like, hey, dude, just get a yard. And then let's see what we can do with the next play. What does he do? He yeets it into the 5th row. I mean, just use your freaking brain, dude. Just use your brain. Get the first down, call timeout, and then we got a chance. We got 1 timeout and 30 seconds left, and we got a chance. No, I'm just gonna yeet it out of here. Just use your brain. That's all I'm asking for. I mean, golly. If Dan Campbell doesn't go into that press conference, and if Jared Goff, if they don't do, this is what they should do. Dan Campbell and Jared Goff should tandem, go into the press conference and sit next to each other, and all of the questions for the reporters should be, do you blame yourself? And just ask him that for 15 minutes, and they should just say, yep, this is on us. This is on me and my buddy Jared. That's what the whole press conference should be. And I want apologies, and I want people to cry in the streets, and I want sadness, and I want people to just be like, I'm sorry. That's what I want. I want Jared and Dan to sit there for 15 minutes, look dead in the camera, and just apologize to every single Lions fan. Because now I'm about to go over my aunts. And they're just going to sit there and laugh at me. Oh, Lions being Lions. I've got 1,000 text messages, Dan, of the people just being like, oh, the Lions are just going to lie. Oh, the Lions are just going to lie. Dan, you want to change the culture? Call freaking timeout. Call timeout. Be not stupid. That's all I ask. It'll never get better. It's just never going to get better. Golly, man. Oh. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're just going to watch the rest of the season, and it's just going to keep sucking. That's what it's going to be. You want to know how stupid I am? You want to hear how stupid I am? I've convinced myself we're going to win next week against Jacksonville. And then we're going to beat Minnesota, and we're going to go beat the Jets at the Jets, and we're going to beat Carolina at Carolina. We're going to go on another 4-game win streak, and we're going to be in playoff contention. I know that I'm going to do that to myself right after I get done with this podcast. I'm going to convince me and you that that's going to happen. And we got the last 2 games of the Bears and the Packers, and we're just going to be sitting there like, hey, guys, we could do this. We can make the playoffs. But no, do you know what's going to happen? Dan Campbell and Jared Goff are going to Dan Campbell and Jared Goff, and they're going to screw this up. We have this super easy schedule, and we refuse to take advantage of it. And today is one of those days where a good team wins that game and a bad team loses that game, and we are a bad team. Golly. If I'm the Ford family, I'm doing 3 things. Giving Ben Johnson an extreme contract extension. I'm going to Aaron Glenn, and you might be like, oh, they have the 32nd best defense. Like, how do you give that guy? He's got nothing on that defensive side of the ball, and he's doing something with it. Give that guy a contract extension, and I'm deducting Dan Campbell's pay. It's freaking ridiculous. It is freaking ridiculous what just happened. On national television, we got embarrassed in our own home. I'm glad I'm taking this well. Whatever. Emergency press conference. That's it. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to have Thanksgiving dinner. God bless. Have a great Thanksgiving, and one day it'll get better.